Hey, good morning, folks. MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregros here. Welcome to the MLive Morning Weather Update. We are going to have an upper air pattern change. It looks like it will be fairly significant and fairly long lasting, on the order of at least a couple of weeks. And what we'll see happen, and I'm going to show you, is that in the upper levels of the atmosphere, the weather systems actually can kind of back up to the west. So the hot dome that's over the Great Lakes, middle part of the U.S. now, is going to back up to the west and flatten out, and it will change our pattern. We'll get more of a flow out of the north, and eventually a northeast wind by Sunday will start to knock those temperatures down from northeast to southwest and take over in the couple of days after that. All right, so last couple of days, not so much yesterday, very isolated yesterday, but the day before we had a pretty active lake breeze and some thunderstorms northwest lower. And we've been watching this in the mornings. Where are the lake breezes setting up? So there's kind of a disturbed area of cloudiness from Ludington southward to, say, South Haven. So there might be an outflow boundary right there that could spark into an isolated thunderstorm this afternoon. But the upper level high pressure is stronger and would really keep that very isolated. I got to say hi to folks. Hey, Monica Latham from Maryland. Good morning. Beth Nash from Lansing. Ed Johnson, Waterford. Good morning to you. And let's see, who else? John Burns from sunny Diamondale. Good morning. Oh, let's see. So, here is the radar forecast. And remember, 2 days ago when we saw the thunderstorms, Traverse City to Petoskey or so, this model pretty well nailed it. So it seemed to do pretty good with the lake effect breezes. And as we go through the day, you see absolutely nothing. So I would call this a dry, sunny, and hot Friday on the way. All right, now this is what I was talking about. This is the upper level pattern, about 15,000 feet up. So it's going to be a forecast for 10 days, and you'll see how the engine to our weather here at the surface is going to change dramatically. See the big kind of dome of high pressure over us? That's a hot, stable atmosphere aloft. Now we go into Saturday and Sunday, and that hot dome is actually getting stronger, but it's moving back to the west, centered over North Dakota, Minnesota, southern parts of Canada by Sunday. And then by Monday, it continues to move westward. And notice how the upper level heights fall. I guess I'm used to knowing what you're looking at, so I think maybe these colors might be a wrong idea to you, where the reds and the yellows are coming in, but that is a colder upper level storm system that drives a cold front through from the north. And as we go into next week, the high pressure ridge continues to move westward, now centered over the Rockies by next Thursday. And you'll even see a second cold front come south next weekend out of Canada. And as we end it 10 days out, notice the difference. The high pressure ridge has moved out to the western third of the U.S. and is very close to allowing disturbances to come down into Minnesota, kind of bottom out, and come toward us with some moisture to them. So again, second half of June, I think we're going to start to get into a fairly regular thunderstorm pattern, and we'll at least have a couple of week cool down, more or less. So here are the high temperatures for today. It's going to be a hot one. I would call it 90 to 95 pretty much everywhere in lower Michigan and well into the 80s in the UP, if not 90. And then Saturday, still hot on the west side of the state. The east side of the state starting to get into a northeasterly wind. Watch out on Saginaw Bay. If the wind picks up, you can get pretty rough there. And it's kind of a forecast that the average forecast misses. I hear that a lot from Saginaw Bay boaters. Hey, what happened? Why did the northeast wind pick up to 20 miles an hour and the waves build to 3 or 4 feet? Because of the temperature differential between the dark farmland heating up under full sunshine and the cold air coming off Lake Huron. That would be the case tomorrow, so you'd have cooler temperatures. Sunday, coolness continues to work its way westward, still warm on the western side of the state, but much cooler on the eastern side. Monday, warmth hanging on in the southwest. This might be a little bit overdone, but otherwise 70s. Tuesday, this might be a little overdone on the cool side, but certainly possible. 70s in the south half, low to mid 70s, and 60s in the north half. Wednesday, around 70. Hey, good morning, Derek Fletcher and Grand Blanc. That's a place we don't hear from too often. Good morning. Ralph Hallahan, good morning, sir, to you. Let's see. Thursday, Enrina Coble, good morning. Next Thursday, next Friday, flirting with 80, next Saturday, next Sunday. So the point being is once that upper air pattern changes, we'll be back to 70s and maybe low 80s. Now let's see if we can find any significant chance, decent chance of rainfall in this forecast. It's not through the weekend. The next cold front, this is Monday morning, Monday afternoon, Monday evening. So there is a cold front coming straight out of the north, and it shows a diminishing line of thunderstorms, but that's our hope. And sometimes the thumb gets into a almost what I would call a lake effect line of thunderstorms on a cold front coming from the north. So it's a hope for something. And then dry. Perhaps dry all next week, and I've been talking about that. And the next cold front next weekend, and again, bear in mind, these are 1 hour rains if you're lucky there. It's not an all day type rain. Now we're 10 days out, another cold front. And you saw the upper air that would support that coming southward. But still no big opening up of the moisture flow off the Pacific toward us. That's going to take another week after that, probably. 6 to 10 day forecast shows cooler than normal temperatures, and look at where the below normal precip is. And then the 8 to 14 day cooler than normal temperatures as well. Below normal precip still fairly close. So the change we're going to have is we're going to gradually move into cooler weather as we get into Sunday and definitely into Monday and Tuesday next week. And we hope for a line of thunderstorms. I don't think everybody's going to get a rain on this cold front on Monday, but some might get a beneficial rain really, really quickly. There you have it. There's your weather update. Thanks for joining me on the MLive Morning Weather Update. Have yourselves a great weekend. I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa.